about when everything in your business seems to be important and essential, and for that sense, even urgent. How do you decide what needs to be done first? So, there's one thing that is true. When you're building an online business, every task you're going to come across is going to come as it is important, it is urgent, it needs to be done. And that's true. Everything in your business matters and everything has its own pros and cons. But for you as a creator, for you as a business owner, and as a CEO, you need to learn prioritizing things. If you want to hold on to everything, I have to do task A, task B, task C, and everything out there, nothing is literally going to happen. You would feel overwhelmed, at times even burnt out, and things are going to get delayed. So, how I look at it is, if I'm going to get burnt out or overwhelmed, I don't know what to do. Anyways, things are going to get delayed. Or maybe in most cases, things are already delayed until now. So, what are the things I can literally push back maybe a week or 2 weeks later? And that's how I try to prioritize. Now, every time when I try to prioritize, I normally look at two things. One is how much time it's going to take for me to do it, and how much impact it's going to create. Now, there are two ways. There was a time when I just prioritized things based on how much time it's going to take for me. Like if I could just spend 5 to 10 minutes and one task is gonna get off of my checklist, I really felt that was a lot of great thing I was doing. But overall, I realized after the monthly review, I was only doing things that took less time and also mostly had less impact. And the important things, actual things, always remained in the to do list. So that's why we add the layer two. So, what are the things that's going to take the time is your first bucket. Second is the impact it's going to create. Now, most of the times you have tasks that are really essential. They need to be done. Sometimes they might take a day, 2 days, a week, a month. But if lots of things are dependent on those, I would always prioritize that to be coming first. So in your online business, a lot of tasks are interdependent. Maybe you have team to support you, or maybe you're working solo, but everything depends on another. Like I'm building a sales page today and tomorrow I want to do automations. Unless and until my sales page is ready, I cannot do automations. Unless and until my funnel is ready, I cannot go and set up emails. So even though that writing the sales page or designing the sales page is going to take me at least a week, I will have to prioritize it. So when everything seems important and everything seems urgent, I really want you to sit down, note down all the tasks that seem important, prioritize urgent, and write a reason why this feels important to you. Now, many cases I realized when you do this exercise, you are going to feel it is important because it is good to have. Now, there is something, again, another concept I talk about, good to have and something that's crucial. Now, good to have things could wait a little. Something that's crucial has to go first. Example, you want to launch a course. The launch is 3 weeks later. Now, a sales page could be good to have, but at least the course information on a Google Doc is crucial. If there's no checkout page, if there's no space for people to read about your offer, you're not going to make sales. So something needs to be there. If you have time, well and good, go and do the sales page. If you don't, at least the second part has to happen. So prioritize things based on how much time you have at your hand, how much impact they create. I normally have a habit, I choose both a little. So every day I try to do 2 or 3 things that are time consuming, that are the most boring things, but I have to do it anyways as the CEO of my business. At least one of such things. So 3 things are in my to-do list. I try to accomplish at least one of it, which is boring, which I would just want to push it forward, but I have to do it as the CEO of my business. I do that first. And doing those tasks literally gives me so much satisfaction. And then I go and try to choose all those teeny tiny things which are going to take less time, but really help me check off my checklist or my to-do list. I do those as well, but my time spent to this is not over 1 hour. It's just pretty simple things. But while doing all of these things, I also make sure, because of my decisions, because of what I prioritize, my team is not getting delayed, my collaborations are not getting delayed, my clients are not getting delayed, because based on my decisions, a lot of people are waiting. If I have to give an example, suppose if I have to release a video for people to watch, my clients, and I'm just delaying it, my clients are getting less time to watch it, and maybe there's a get it done week after it. So I have to prioritize because someone else is waiting to get that. If I have to write a sales page copy, I have to prioritize it because my team is waiting to design it. On the other ways, if I have to map a content plan, it's only me. I map the content plan, I record the videos. After I record, it's my team, but I can speed up, right? I plan the content, I can record the same day and try to cover up the gap which was in between. So these are my thoughts about when literally everything in your business feels important, essential. I really want you to step into your CEO mode. Think about how things would move differently or how things would move for you if you accomplished. No, absolutely everything cannot be accomplished. Let's forget that. What are the top three things if you accomplish, you're going to feel like I have achieved it. I have achieved what was there for today. What is that going to make you satisfied of the day you spent working? Because if some of those tasks remain behind, you're always going to feel you have not done the work, you're not doing anything. Whereas you might have completed 100 other tasks and compared to it, you're not going to feel satisfied. So finally, I would just say take prioritize. Prioritization as a CEO is very, very important. Prioritizing who is dependent on this decision that you make, what's the impact it's going to create, because most of the acts you do has an impact of the back of it. And you really need to make sure your decisions are not going to impact in a bad way, but always going to impact in a good way.